The Palestinian official said that Israeli forces had killed at least about 6 people in the occupied West Bank, while the Israeli military has confirmed that it killed 4 Palestinians in an airstrike. The health ministry in Ramallah has said that about 4 Palestinians were killed by the Israelis and 3 others were wounded as a result of Israeli bombardment of a vehicle in the Tulkarm refugee camp in northern part of the West Bank. While the Israeli military claims that Tariq Dosh, a militant from Tulkarm terror network, was killed along with 3 others in the attack. Now, according to claims made by the Israeli Defense Force, over the past year, Tariq had recruited numerous militants armed and funded by Iran and by Lebanese terror operatives to plan and execute what the Israelis describe as terror attacks. Now, earlier, the Palestinian Health Ministry said that 2 Palestinians were killed in a raid in the Balata refugee camp near Nablus in the Palestinian occupied West Bank. Meanwhile, in the Gaza Strip, civil defense agencies said that a series of Israeli attacks on Thursday killed at least about 30 Palestinians, with the Israeli military confirming that it had targeted Hamas in the attack. At least about 13 Palestinians, including women and children, were killed when Israel bombed 2 schools in the Al-Daraj neighborhood of eastern Gaza City. In a separate attack, another 13 people were killed when an Israeli warplane bombed a group of Palestinians who were filling water in the Al-Shati refugee camp in western Gaza City. Now, according to reports that have come in, at least 45,129 Palestinians have been killed in this campaign of relentless bombardment by the Israelis, and about 107,000 Palestinians have sustained grievous injuries, many of them suffering amputations, because of this Israeli campaign of bombings that have now gone on for over 14 long months. The Gaza's health ministry has said in a statement on Thursday that this death toll can be revised on basis of number of bodies that are still underneath the rubble and once they are pulled out. Meanwhile, the Israeli military released a video to show its airstrikes on the targets in Yemen used by the Houthis for their military activities, including fuel and oil tanks and 2 power plants and also 8 tugboats. This is critical infrastructure of the Yemeni people that has been bombed by the Israelis. Now, the Israelis claim that about 14 of their fighter jets were involved in the attack that came in 2 waves, with the first series of bombings on the ports of Salif and Ras Isa and a second series of bombings that hit the capital city of Sana'a. Now, Yemen's Houthis have said that the Israeli bombings have killed at least about 9 people in Yemen.
Yesterday, 2 hypersonic ballistic missiles were launched. The first one after night prayer, and the second coincides with Israeli warplanes which attacked our country. Israel targeted ports in Hodeidah and power stations in Sana'a, and the Israeli aggression resulted in the death of 9 civilians.
Now, on the other hand, there was video footage that was released by Yemen's Houthis that shows the launch of hypersonic missiles into the night sky from an unknown location that reportedly targeted Israel. The Houthis have said that they have attacked Tel Aviv overnight, launching 2 ballistic missiles that have hit precise military Israeli targets.
The Yemeni Houthi armed forces drone unit targeted a military target of Israel in the occupied area of Jaffa, Tel Aviv. The operation successfully achieved its goal.
However, the Israeli military has said that it intercepted a missile that was headed towards central Israel, which destroyed a school building in Tel Aviv's Ramat Efal area. Now, the Iran-aligned group has launched hundreds of missiles at the state of Israel in the course of the past year in solidarity with the Palestinians who have been relentlessly bombed by the Israelis. The Thursday's strikes risk further escalating the conflict with the Iranian-backed Houthis, whose attacks on the Red Sea corridor have drastically impacted global shipping. Meanwhile, reports citing an Arab diplomat state that mediators will likely need weeks to finalize a Gaza ceasefire and also a hostage release deal between the State of Israel and Hamas, even as they continue to make some progress. This after Hebrew media reports appeared fairly optimistic on Thursday, citing unnamed Israeli officials who said that a deal was possible before the end of December. But they've been saying this over and over again for such a long time that the war continues to drag on, and it has now dragged on for over 14 months. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.